Yo, what's going down, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome to a Race to Division 1 episode. Now, if you watched my pack opening / channel update video, you'll know that this is going to be the last Race to Division 1 episode for maybe a week or two, simply because I burnt myself out playing seasons on my other account. So we're in Division 3. We went ahead and started off Division 3 with 1 loss and 1 draw, so not the best outing. Still going to keep the same 4-1-2-1-2 team, and as you guys know, the 3-5-2 on my other account has worked beautifully, so that might be a transition later on next week. Once I make a new team, that's probably what I'm going to go ahead and transition to. But this guy, another 4-3-1-2 team, full Belgian side. And 4-3-1-2 is a formation, actually not a full Belgian team. I didn't see that he had, I think, Demba Ba as cam there. But yeah, the 4-3-1-2 is a formation that I've been seeing quite a bit in Division 3. Right here, we get our first attack. Di Maria gets shoved. Not sure if that was a dive or not, but the ref does not buy it. No penalty was called. Özil now with a body feint, cuts inside, takes a shot. His keeper makes the save. Eto'o with an overhead kick that he completely misses the ball. Unfortunate that we didn't get something going there. He goes down the wings, crosses it in. Demba Ba, look at this shot. That was a goal, but his player was offsides and gets a touch on the ball. I get completely bailed out. That should have been 1-0 going his way, but if you notice, his player is way offsides. Demba Ba with a great shot. Unfortunate for him, and we get bailed out, and we get completely lucky here. 45th minute, though, he's going to cross it into Benteke, and Benteke, that's as easy of a finish as it's going to get for him. He just goes ahead, puts it in with his head, and he goes up 1-0 right before going into the half. And at the half, I decided to slow things down a little bit. One thing I've noticed when I'm playing with this team is that I'm trying to use Eto'o way too much with his pace. Andre Schürrle with a terrible shot with his weak foot. But back to what I was saying, using a pacey striker like Eto'o, it sometimes made me just try too much with him like I did here. But this time, I just got lucky. He was making a couple of tackles, ball bounced right back to me, and we equalized in the 75th minute. Finally, after attacking all game, I finally equalized. Right here was our last chance of the match, 85 minutes in. Di Maria with a nice run, but he defends it perfectly. And guys, this one's going to end in another draw, and you guys will see the match stats very even, but not much going on. We both only had 2 shots on target. So starting off Division 3 with 2 draws and 1 loss, not the best start whatsoever, but this is going to be my last game with this team. Simply put, I'm not playing well with them anymore. Ever since I put Özil into the lineup, for whatever reason, the team just doesn't perform as well. Now, it could be his work rates, it could be his preferred foot, I'm not sure. Nonetheless, we move into the next match of this episode, coming up against a 4-4-2 side. And this opponent loved going down the wings and crossing, so I knew that it was going to be a tough match right from the beginning. You guys are going to see the match just started, and right away he's going to go ahead and try to go down the wings with Valencia and get a cross off. Now, I've become a little bit better at defending crosses. Here we get lucky that we don't concede literally 2 minutes into the match. Czech makes a great save, and we end up clearing it. So luckily we don't concede that header or that cross. But in the start of this match, I had a lot of trouble passing. He was playing great defense, and again, he's going to go down the wings here. Zabaleta is just too strong for Khedira, it seemed. Shoves me off, and he ends up getting a corner kick. Now, what I've been doing for corner kicks, I just stopped pulling out the keeper like I used to, but look how far that header was from, and it almost dips over Czech. Luckily, we just tap it out of bounds. He gets another corner kick, and look at the power on that one from Colocini. Goes right over the crossbar. So insanely lucky that we don't concede within the first couple minutes of the match. Right here, goes for the over-the-top through ball, falls right to Ashley Young, goes for a finesse shot, over the crossbar it goes. So finally, 20th minute, we're going to start building the play up slowly. And anytime I start rushing passes or start playing a little bit too quick, I tell myself I need to just calm it down a little bit. Even though I almost lost possession here, we get it right back. You guys saw he was trying to get me on the counter, but we get it right back, slow things down a little bit, and find an open opportunity to get one shot off with a great pass here to Eto'o. Goes for the shot, and his keeper makes a great save. But one more time, I make an error. He goes for the over-the-top through ball, and what a slide tackle to just get in between the shot. And luckily, he doesn't get a great shot off. So finally, we get him on the counterattack here. Eto'o, one-on-one with the keeper, and he gets to that one with a diving save. It goes out for a corner. So we have one more opportunity to make up for that complete failure. Try to put a little bit of curve on it. He gets to the ball, but clears it right to Andre Schiller. So we're going to maintain possession in his final third. And we're trying to do a little bit too much with Eto'o, but we do get lucky to get past the defender and a beautiful finesse shot to finish this one to make up for the failure earlier. So we end up going into the second half up 1-0. And it's always good to get the lead before the half. So that was in the 37th minute, but an over-the-top through ball here right to Eto'o is going to try to outpace the defender, but I get shoved off the ball. Beautiful defense by my opponent, just keeping Eto'o away from the ball. We end up keeping possession here as it goes out for a throw-in, and we're going to find Fernando Torres, and actually tried doing a roulette here, but he ends up making a poor tackle, a poor challenge, and we end up getting the penalty. So 52 minutes in, we're going to go ahead and do the trick I always do. So I'm going to switch from a right-footed player to a left-footed player to give him a little bit of a mind game confusion, even though we're going straight down the middle, a dagger in his heart, and we end up taking the second goal of the match. And at this point, I felt pretty confident with walking away with a victory in this match because his main source of attack was down the wings and crossing, and I was for the most part stopping him pretty easily. So even if I conceded one cross, I was pretty confident that he wasn't going to score 2 goals, but a little bit too much with Di Maria there. Sometimes the skill move that I want doesn't get executed correctly, but we do maintain possession with the ball here. Eto'o had some space, hits the post, comes right back to check. Unlucky not to get the third goal right there with a great over-the-top through ball, but he just mishandles it. Hernandez does, and we get lucky right there. It goes out for a corner, and he does nothing with his corner. But 80th minute now, try to get some nice passing sequence, but he's going to go right down the wings again with Arteta this time. Montoya tracks it down, and we end up defending it pretty well. No danger whatsoever, and we're back on the attack. Look at Montoya turning defense into offense as he makes the run, running out of gas though, and you could tell as I was hitting the sprint button all the way through. Should have just crossed this one, couldn't, and we're going to find none other than Izil go for a shot. I believe that was with his weak foot. And that's how this one's going to end, guys, 2-0. So not much going on from him during the match. I was able to stop him pretty easily. We get our first victory finally in Division 3. So we walk away with 3 points, but we've put ourselves in a bad situation, guys. We've put ourselves in a situation where I don't know about promotion anymore. I think we still need what? 13 points for promotion. So we need at least 4 wins to get the 12 points, and then we need 1 draw to make sure we get promoted. So we got to put our clutch jeans when we get back to this series in about a week. We got to put on the clutch jeans. We got to make a team that's going to be effective and hopefully move into Division 2 and get to the promised land after that to Division 1. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys like to see daily FIFA content, you gotta go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else you gonna do? Catch you guys all tomorrow. Take it easy. Later.